and welcome to this new episode of our weird, rare and interesting book series. I am really excited about today's book. Today I'm going to talk about 100 000 milliards de poèmes by Raymond Queneau, which roughly translates to 100,000 billion poems. And this is right. This book that is not actually that thick, you can see here, contains quite literally billions of poems. Intriguing. So how does it work? Raymond Queneau actually started with 10 poems, but each line is separated in a flap, which means that when you just change one sentence, here you go, you will actually have a new poem, even if it's just one phrase that changes. So here you have billions of poems. In the beginning of the book, you will find a little explanation of the rules that Queneau followed to write his book. So the author forced himself to make sure that each point makes sense in terms of rhymes, meaning, and gender, as in France all the nouns are gendered, etc. So yeah, the beauty of it, he just wrote 10 poems originally, but each different version makes sense and rhymes, which is completely crazy. There's also a very useful bit of information in here. Queneau warns us that if we want to read all of the poems, all of the 107 billion poems, if you count 45 seconds per poem, 50 seconds to change the flaps, if you read 8 hours a day and 200 days a year, you have reading material for more than 1 million centuries. So here you go, this is the only book that you need to buy to have reading material in your whole life, even if it can become a little bit boring at some point. Luckily for you, if you read 24 hours a day and all days a year, you can finish all the poems in only 190,258,751 years, without counting the leap years. So I should really tell you more about Raymond Queneau at this point. He's a French author born in 1903 and who died in 1976. And he's really one, I wouldn't say my favorite authors, but at least an author that I admire immensely. He was a writer who really loved to play with words, and to the extreme. He is notably known for La Disparition, which was translated in English in The Void. It's an entire 300-page novel written without the letter E, E being the most common letter in the French language. I've read this book, and I have to say I definitely admire the prose, but it was really difficult to read because of all the circumvolution he had to take to put his stories into words. It was really weird reading that. For the little anecdote, the disparition, La Disparition means the disappearance, and there's a supposition that the letter E is actually himself, because there's two E in his surname, so it's all about someone who disappeared, and it's kind of an autobiography, so that was quite a nice, interesting thing to know when if you read the book. I don't know how the English translation is, but I think it actually won awards and stuff like that, so it should be interesting to read even in English if you don't speak French. Queneau is also known for other bizarre creations, such as the longest palindrome in the French language. So if you don't know, a palindrome is a phrase or word that you can read back and forth, such as kayak, so K-A-Y-A-K, you can read it back, K-A-Y-A-K, or was it a rat I saw? So I'm just going to let you think about that. And Queneau managed to write a several pages long text that you can read back and forth with 1,247 words, which is pretty incredible. You can just Google Raymond Queneau palindrome, you can have a look. It will be in French, but it's still worth having a look because it's just really interesting. He also wrote more normal novels such as Zazie dans le métro, Zazie in the metro. He's a writer that I really admire immensely. He was always in the search to the limit of the language's possibilities. If you want to learn a little bit more about him and the literary movement he was part of, I suggest you look into Oulipo, which means in French Ouvroir de littérature potentielle, or roughly translated, Workshop of Potential Literature, and it was a group of mainly French authors seeking to create works using constrained writing techniques. So maybe there's an equivalent in the English language, and if there's so, I would be really interested to learn about it, so let us know in the comments if you heard of any similar initiatives. To finish this video, I think I'm going to read you a poem at random from Mille Milliards de Poèmes. That will always be one less if you want to read all of them. So sorry, this will be in French, but you can always enjoy the music of the rhymes and the poetry of it. So here I have it. I have this little big flap, really useful to kind of keep the sentence in check. So, le vieux marin breton de tabac prit sa prise, pour la mettre à sécher aux cornes des taureaux. Le corned-beef en boîte empeste la remise, il le trouve aussi sec comme du sac de vieux faillots. Je me souviens encore de cette heure exquise, les gauchos dans la plaine agitaient leurs drapeaux. Nous avions aussi froid que nu sur la banquise lorsque pour nous distraire y plantions nos tréteaux. Du pôle à Rosario fait une belle trotte, le touriste à Florence ignoble charibote. Lorsqu'on boit du maté, l'on devient argentin. Cette sculpture est illustre et dans le fond des coques exalte l'espagnol les oreilles baroques, si la cloche se tait et son terlintintin. So here you go, that was 1000 milliards de poèmes by Raymond Queneau, 100 000 milliards de poèmes by Raymond Queneau. Hope you liked this video, hope you learned something new, and let us know what you think of this series, and if you would like more books, or if you know books that are similar or similar initiatives, it will be always interesting to learn new things about weird, rare and interesting books. See you soon!